Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I am Carvenor, and I hope all is warm and well in your world. I'm here to entertain, maybe make you laugh, perhaps a smile or two. But if you would rather go watch someone else, then I can't blame you.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I'm Carbenor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Everything's pretty cool here. Yeah, thought we'd jump in and do some racing. Seems like the thing to do. I don't know about y'all, but seems like a fun thing to do. We'll do a little racing. Since the last game that I played, the last video, was finally ending The Last Guardian. Very happy that has occurred.
Hey Mac, I need your help. Mind picking something up for me?
You know I'm
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's still asking about that shit.
Sending you the info.
So, I got a special treat for y'all today. Since we're driving around, I figure, hey, why not? You know, I mean, we're playing a racing game. I'm in a car driving around the city, so clearly I'm going to have a sound system. So, as a special treat today, I'm going to play not this. This I don't see. I've heard this song in a WWE game, and I know every song in a WWE game is copyright protected because you can't use any of them in the in your game, in your playthrough. So you have to turn all the music off, right? And this song is in it, and yet it's right there in that fucking radio woman's little intro thing, and it's like, okay, clearly that's going to get picked up. So I'm talking through all of it.
You're my crew.
Anyway, as a special treat today, I am going to pop in a CD, and we'll see what y'all think. This is called, the album is called Ideation, and it is by The Circle. It is a band that consists of 4 of the female characters from CTW, Simulated Wrestling Federation. Enjoy. I'll still be talking as it's playing, because it'll just be playing in the background, as opposed to the normal background music that I have playing. Look at that. What am I going for? What's happening here? There's all kinds of new shit, right? Where have I done these? Is it only the flashing ones that I need to do? Is that what the deal is? Only the bouncing ones? Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So, what do we want to do then? We've got a speed cross shakedown still. And another runner. Off-road sprint. And a straight up race. Let's do. I got a lot of money. Let's do the race. That sounds good. Oh, here we go. This is the one you need. Okay. It's been a bit. Forgive me. All right. So we need to go. No. Where am I? Am I here? We need to go. Yeah. Now these songs that you're hearing were written by me from my younger days when I was a singer-songwriter. I guess my teenage years. The first band I was in, I think I was like 14. It was a church. It was a Christian rock band, and we had a full band. We were doing covers, practicing doing covers and stuff. And then we got to the point where we were like, okay, now we need to start, really taking it seriously. We've got everybody together. We're blah 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 blah. And then one day the bass player just mysteriously disappeared. And then I was in 3 bands after that. Next one was a college radio type band. The lead guitarist and the bass player had put ads in the newspaper, want ads, and I answered one, and they loved me. They loved my voice. They loved the cadence that I did to the songs that they had. And then we finally got a drummer. Everything was going great. And then they were like, okay, it's time to start writing original material. And I was like, cool. And I handed them my notebook, massive notebook full of song lyrics. And they spent about 30 minutes with it while me and the drummer were outside smoking a cigarette. And they came out, and he went in, and they were like, yeah, this isn't going to work. You're too dark for us. And I was like, okay. Okay, I guess. Oh, I need a different car. So that was that one. And then the one after that was probably the most productive music relationship I ever had with anybody. It was a dude that I worked with. We were good friends. We smoked weed together and shit like that. We were, there was essentially, at that particular Applebee's that we worked at, there was like most everybody was, we were kind of like a crew. Every night after work we were going over to somebody's house and getting fucked up, or playing spades, or all sorts of shit. And he was a music major and had basically an amateur studio in his bedroom. He had the Cakewalk program. I'm not sure where stuff has gotten to since then. I don't even know if Cakewalk is still one that people use. But he had, it was like I want to say 12 tracks, and at some point in time he got a 24 track. I'm thinking, if I remember correctly. So he could do a lot of shit. And it was cool because it was like a studio project, right? It wasn't ever going to be a full band kind of thing. The kind of vibe that we were going for was something like 9 Inch Nails, where Trent Reznor pretty much works on shit alone, and then he hires a different band every so often. Fucking shit, I didn't mean to go in here. To record, that kind of thing. So we jammed together for, I don't know, I want to say about close to 3 years, maybe. I want to say it was about 3 years. And finally he got a job offer from his day job in another state, and he couldn't pass it up. And I tried. It was a bit of a drive, but I was like, I could still come up here like on the weekends and shit, and we can fuck around and still work on stuff. And I tried it once, and I was like, yeah, dude, this ain't gonna work. I can't drive like that all the fucking time. There's just no fucking way. So it just didn't work out. And then the last one I was with some coworkers at the state-run mental institution that I worked at for 8 years. Best job I ever had. I loved working. I loved that job. But the reason that one fell apart was we never found a bass player, and the lead guitarist kept pushing for me to play bass, and I was like, look, I can write songs, and I know what sounds good, and you know, I know flow and fucking melody and fucking, you know, all that shit. I just can't read music, and I can't play an instrument. I tried for years to play guitar, and my brain and my fingers said, no, we don't like each other like that. And I was like, okay, fine. You know, even though I can do shit like draw and I can sculpt and all kinds of shit like that and do delicate, precise movements, my fingers they just would not respond. So I was like, okay, I can't play an instrument then. That's just the way it is. And he just would not accept that, and it was mainly because he put unrealistic goals on us as a band. He expected after a year for us to be not only have a fully produced fucking CD, but also be playing live in places. And on top of that, also obviously have a bass player. And me and the drummer were just like, dude, you don't understand. Drummers and bass players are impossible to find. Drummers are hard to find because to play drums is a lot more fucking complicated than it is to play guitar. You got to have a lot more space, and it makes a lot more fucking noise. You can turn down your speaker, you know, your amplifier for your fucking guitar, and people next door can't hear it. When you start beating on goddamn drums, everybody in the neighborhood knows you're beating on fucking drums. So there aren't that many drummers. Plus, how many fucking drummers can you name? Precious few. And because nobody gives a fuck who the drummer is. And everybody knows that, so everybody and the bass player is largely the same. Nobody knows who the fuck the bass player is unless you're somebody like Gene Simmons from Kiss or Les Claypool, somebody that's dynamic, you know, and memorable. Somebody who owns it, you know. But most bass players don't do that. So they just melt into the fucking sound of the song. Most people couldn't even point out the bass in a song, like in a rock song, not like bass in fucking hip hop, because obviously you can hear that. That's the shit that rattles your windows out. But you know, in a rock song, it's hard to find it, and that's kind of the point of it. So everybody wants to be the lead guitarist or the singer. So those you can find, every goddamn body and their brother can fucking sing, and then and anybody that picks up a fucking guitar wants to be the fucking lead guitarist. So me and the drummer were trying to explain to him, it was like, dude, it could take a couple years to find a bass player. That's no bullshit. It could take that fucking long. And he just refused to accept that. And so that fell apart because we didn't meet his fucking absolutely ridiculous goddamn time schedule. The made up frame of the whole 9 yards that he had in his head that was just completely unrealistic. So that's what happened with my band. So, but this music that you're hearing right now are all the songs, well, all of the songs are written by me. This obviously is not all of the songs. There's 2 more albums after this, and I have enough probably for another at least 1.5, maybe more. But all these songs were written by me. And it's really interesting. I mean, I've had to tweak and twerk the lyrics here and there to get, because sometimes the dude that I worked with the studio project, he told me one day, because what I would do was basically I would go in there with the you know, I would sing like the verse line over and over again, so he could get an idea and he could start to shape like a riff on the guitar behind it, you know. And then after he got something that he was kind of happy with, then he would have me do, you know, like the B section or the bridge, and then the chorus. And he would do that, and he would essentially record each one of those parts and then just kind of work on it in his off time. And he would say, hey, I think I got something on that one song, and I'd be like, all right, awesome. And then we'd jam it out till we, you know, got it all to work together. It was a really fun and cool process working with him. Oh shit, I passed it. Because he was willing to build upon my vision, so he totally let me take control of the whole operation. You know, he would you know, point things out, and he would say, you could do this, or maybe you could do this here. But he told me one day, he was like, you have the weirdest tendency to write odd beat songs. And I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, I don't know what that means. And he was like, it's instead of like 4/4 4/4 4/4 like most songs are, it's like 4/4 4/3 4/4 4/3, that kind of weird thing. And I was like, I'm sorry, is that a bad thing? And he was like, no, it's not bad, it's just very unusual. And he was like, you know, Alice in Chains and Soundgarden do it a lot, you know, bands like that, because it's a fairly complicated thing to do. And I have a tendency, he said, to just do it naturally. And so when I'm working with the AI, apparently the AI does not appreciate that. So sometimes I have to tweak the lyrics to get it to work within the time frame and the you know, so it doesn't sound rushed or just garbled. But this is what you're hearing right now, and in my opinion, it sounds pretty good. I know people have their views on AI, and I totally get it. I totally fucking do. I understand both sides of the argument. I truly do.
We were 6 warring leagues, exiled from the city by the house.
Aren't you
But
guys
out here,
badass?
We found our common cause.
Oh, you're just so cool.
The Silver Six.
The Silver Six. That's. Oh yeah, I'm hearing about you now. And I do get it, but in order to record my songs, I mean, you're listening to this right now. This shit sounds produced, and it sounds real. I mean, if you pay attention, in some of the songs where the vocalist is screaming, where Winters, because that's who it is, that's the girl, that's the lead singer from the band that this is, The Circle. Winters Lane is the lead singer / bass player. But you can hear her inhale. You can hear the inhale before she does like a screaming line. It's that fucking detailed. It's that fucking realistic. It's fucking crazy.
Against the house. See what I mean? Follow my directions. Get here on time. You'll get.
I'll never pass this bet. Stay on the road. I'm just gonna warn you now. It's not gonna happen. I will fail the shit out of that one. See, already done it. Already done it. And in order for me to record, oh shit, these songs, I would need, you know, 4 hot supermodel / wrestler metal heads that can play highly complicated and and intricate music. Who could produce anywhere from 2 to 20 variations on the same song within a couple hours. And I would need, oh shit, I'm dead. Yeah, right. Oh no, what a place to start me, you motherfuckers. Yeah, no shit, the checkpoint was missed. It started me going right into a fucking rock. But a full fucking studio with a goddamn veteran producer with a massive soundboard of tracks and fucking effects and every fucking thing else. Do you know how much money that would cost? Am I racing this person? Is that my goal here?
Keep up the slick driving, little Ty.
You shouldn't have been standing there. Oh, fuck you, dude.
Location over ring.
Oh shit. Oh, it's not good.
Back in high school.
You always blame me for that. That was all you, Gallo.
Details. We're almost ready, Apúrate.
Oh! Damn it. I still don't know if I'm racing those guys or if it's just... Nope, wrong. No! Shit!
Keep it up.
It is not good driving. So yeah, I would need all that, and God knows how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that would cost, you know? God only knows.
Mayday.
You know?
Where are we racing?
And the ability to finally let people, the world, essentially hear these songs that have pretty much existed only in my head and only like less than 20 people have ever fucking heard. You know? I can see the draw. I can see the draw. It's hard not to. Look what I've been able to accomplish here. I have created essentially my own death clock. You know?
The Outlaws rush is gonna crush you. If you can even get past me.
Oh, I'll get past you, and I'll be ready for Lena too.
Oh, I didn't say Lena. I said the rush.
So
Same difference.
Take it from me,
it's,
amigo.
you know,
It's not.
I can, but you know, I can see that. I can see it. It's not real. It's you know, stolen from real artists. But here's the thing. Also, something that I have come to understand about what it is that it's doing. It's not AI. It's basically an advanced search engine that accesses. It's not just a handful of bands. It's all the bands, all the music that is on the internet, everything that it can fucking get anywhere near is what it draws off of. So when you're thinking about all the fucking millions and millions of fucking songs that it's pulling from,
I've known this pump forever.
is it, you
Give
know,
hell for me.
it's not, it's, you can't really say that it's copying any specific thing, even once you put the prompts in for its search criteria for what it's gonna draw from. It's still gonna be such a fucking massive pool that you can't really say, well, no, I don't like that because it's gonna be stealing my music. It's not really. It's stealing all the music. And it's blending it into a fucking blender and then saying, oh, is this kind of what you were wanting? And you're like, no, try again. And it blends it all again. And then it says, hey, how about something like this? And especially when I'm putting my own lyrics in, you know? That really helps it not be copying somebody else's stuff. It might have I don't even think it has that similar a sound. If you're listening to all these songs, who does it kind of sound like? You know, I can't pinpoint. I mean, I listen to a shitload of music. I'm kind of a music snob. Like, I'll find a few bands and it's like that's all I listen to. Like, I'm very picky and choosy like that, and I don't listen to all of them forever. Like, it's usually the bands that I listen to, it's like probably a 4 to 5 album window, and then it's like, yeah, I don't like them anymore. Because usually they do something that's just too different, or they stray from the formula that I've really loved, and it's like, I'm not interested no more. Butcher Babies is one of my absolute favorite bands fucking ever. I've seen them 7 times live. I've met the lead singers each time because they, when I was going to see them, they would always come out to the merch table to meet their fans after the show. And you could take pictures with them and chat with them and the whole 9 yards. So I did every time. And it got to the point to where they remembered me and knew my name. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. But recently, there has been a split up. Carla is no longer with the band because it used to have 2 lead singers, Heidi and Carla. And Carla left the band for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not all that interested in finding out. It's just not something that I care much about. It's like, okay, she's gone. It's over. I've heard the single that Heidi is singing by herself, and it sounds like fucking radio-friendly fucking we pretend we're hard fucking crap. Which I was afraid was going to happen to them because they did a love song, and I think it was on the last album that they had, maybe the one before that. And I was like, oh, this does not bode well. And with Carla leaving the band and this being their new sound, it leads me to believe that Carla didn't want to do that either, and Heidi did. And so Carla and probably the rest of the band was probably kind of wanting to be more radio friendly too, because they were probably getting tired of playing shitty dive bars and they wanted some kind of fucking blah blah blah. And so yeah, so I won't be listening to any of their new stuff now. So it's unfortunate. So that was it. That was Ideation by The Circle.
Drop this crazy fight, bring your crew, and come run with us. We found a nice foothold in B-Links that really need people with skills like yours.
Are you kidding me, Guile? Don't tell me you're still running the same crap that got our old men busted.
It's different this time.
Sure. This time it's gonna get you busted. Totally different.
Just show up for the next race. We'll show you how good it is out here.
I hope you liked it. I'll be scattering these in. Sometimes it'll just be one song. But this seems like an appropriate game to play it, because you know you would pop a CD into your car and be driving around. So that's what I've done. Again, I hope you liked it. I like it. I think it's pretty badass stuff. Very, very cool for a girl group junkie like myself to have created my own girl metal group. I don't know what that was. Weird. I like it. I listen to them. I listen to all three of the albums quite often. I don't know what that says about me. I don't know if that's like some kind of narcissistic thing or not, but my brain is able to trick myself into thinking that it's a real band, because that's not. Those songs they don't sound like that in my head. For one thing, all my stuff was kind of more grungy, you know, because that was around the time. That was what was the music at the time. So, you know, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, shit like that, and that's what I was into. So that's kind of what my lyrics were supposed to be. And of course, there was bands like Bush and Beck and shit like that who were big for stream of conscious lyrics, which stream of consciousness lyrics, which is what I also kind of, that's the way my poetry was. So obviously that's the way my fucking songs would end up being. There's meaning behind what I'm saying, but it's not specific, because I want you to put your own shit on it. That's what I believe music should be. You know, I mean, you can write a song, and this is like, and it be like, this is what this song is about. This is blah 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 blah. That's fine. But if it's too specific to you as a person, then I have a hard time identifying to it. That's the reason that I have problems with shit like country music and hip hop, is because it tends to be, and rap even, it tends to be too specific. Like I personally, I don't go to, you know, fairs and watermelon festivals, and I'm not big on drinking fucking alcohol out of a Solo cup. You know, maybe when I was fucking in high school, there was probably a time or two where that occurred, but, you know, it's not something that I care about doing anymore. You know, so there's things like that, and then the same thing goes with hip hop and rap. Like I don't know what it's like to walk into a club and get VIP access and pour Cristal all over half naked bitches as they twerk in my lap. That doesn't happen to me. You know, I don't have bodyguards, and I don't have anybody from the same area of town that I'm from trying to kill me, or because I live on the other end of town. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's like, so I don't identify with that music. But music like, say, Tool or Pink Floyd or something like that, it's, you know, that I can listen to, and I can hear that there's an intent behind what he's saying, and there's a meaning behind it to him. But at the same time, it's easy to put my own experience over the words that he's saying, because it's more poetic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the difference? You know, I'm not saying that I hate all rap or that I hate all country. There are artists in both genres that I kind of like and respect. I like well, not that many. I like DMX because he just sounds metal. It's even though it's rap and it's hip hop, it sounds metal because of his because of the gravel in his fucking voice. Wait, how much? What do I need to be racing that? It's a long time to go before the store. It's 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm a music snob. I don't care to say it. I like what I like, and I don't like everything else. So you know, that's really cool that I can tailor make music for my own fucking tastes and then put it out there, and for other people, you know, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. That's cool because I do. But it's there. It exists. It's in the ether on YouTube forever now. My words. People could stumble across it and not know anything about it and be like, these chicks are pretty cool. Be like, yeah, they're pretend. How much longer now? Holy Jesus Christ. I'll just go do burnouts in the parking lot. That's what we'll do. We'll do some burnouts. That sounds like fun. Okay, that's just something that it's doing. This is just driving around in a circle. That's not what we need to be doing. Maybe my brakes are too good. Like, I don't know. How much longer? Let's see. Oh my God. Oh, waiting on the shop time is the longest time in the world. It really is. It really, really is. But hey, also, hey, if you want to see these girls in action, by the way, if you want to see them physically, like who they are, go watch Wicked Wednesday Night every Wednesday. There's a better than average chance that you'll see one or all of them. Particularly Winters Lane, the lead singer and bass player, is the current women's champion. She currently has the most title defenses of not just any woman, but anyone in the CTW so far. she has ended up being a pretty badass champion. That happened organically. All of it happened organically. Me, because originally I found the AI Music Maker app because I was looking to do entrance music for season 2 of the CTW and eventually the season 2, well, and every season from here on out, and season 2 of WTF. And I found Pixbay and a couple other sites, but all their shit, Pixbay was like, yeah, our shit's not copyrighted. So I was like, okay, I'll just download this stuff. And then it got hit for copyright. And I went on the site and it said, oh yeah, if you get hit for a copyright, just show them this, just fill out this form and send it to them. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do that 20 times a fucking week. Because that's what it would be. Because you would have to think, there's 6 matches, and that's either 2 tag teams or 2 people a match. So that's 12. And on top of that, I would also then have to have the show song. So that's 13 different songs. And then you've got 2 shows. So that's 26 different fucking times a week. I would have to fill out fucking forms and send it to and say, no, this site says I can use this stuff. And I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. So there's a couple of them that are actually, I can't replace the videos because once I get them on YouTube, I delete them off of everything else. I don't have the storage space for all of it, so I have to get rid of it. So they're on there and they're copyright claims, so I can't, they can't be monetized or anything, and that's fine. But there's a couple of them way back when that do have music, and it didn't work. So I was like, well, I need to find something that I can do, and I discovered the AI Music Maker apps, and I wrote a few entrance songs, and I wrote a really badass one for Winter's Lane, who I had established many years ago in the games that I played that were just for my own entertainment, that she was in a metal band. So when I wrote her song, I was like, and got it, and I was like, oh, that sounds fucking awesome. And then I was like, wait, that's not just her entrance music, that's her. And I was like, ding ding ding, and I was like, oh shit, I can make music, I can create her band, I can literally create her band. And so that's what I've done. That's what I've done. And you can, like I said, this was slim pickings. Thanks, store. You guys screwed me. You can give me shit. Can I do any of these? No. Fuck all y'all. What is this? That's gonna be fucking shit. Fucking shit. Wait, how many? I ain't even up to chapter 4. Holy shit. There's a long way to go in this game then yet. I'm only up to 258. What the fuck, game? Alright, I guess we're just gonna go like this. Fast travel over there. And as I said, that was the first album. It's called Ideation. Their second album is called Blackened. And the third album is called Infected. I haven't started on the 4th album, but it probably won't be long. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button.
This
Shit.
guy says he's gonna save us all. What a hero. Show him how we treat heroes.
Damn, Gaio, what happened to you?
I was really wanting to do
Crush
a
this.
fucking Christmas album, but the first song I put in, I was like, let's do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right?
Just a little dent.
I put in, and the fucking app said, oh, that's a copyrighted song. And I was like, who the fuck owns the copyright for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Is that fucking song not in public domain? I mean, Jesus Christ, how can it not be in fucking public domain? But apparently somebody owns copyright for it. I was like, well, then they're all gonna be that way. If fucking Rudolph the goddamn Red-Nosed Reindeer is copywritten, then the rest of them are gonna be as well. So, there went that idea. If I was going to write a Christmas album, I'd have to write my own fucking Christmas songs, and I'm not a very Christmassy person. Which you might think, well, it's strange that you were going to write a Christmas album to begin with. Well, yeah, I know. But it was going to be, you know, heavy metal, dark fucking screaming fucking versions of these songs. So it was going to be kind of funny to do. But nope. Can't do it. I'm sure I could fucking... Oh, no! Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do that. Shh, shh. Shh. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Snitches get stitches.
Go time.
Of course, I could do, you know, something, versions of my favorite, my particular favorite Christmas song by Spinal Tap. It's called Christmas with the Devil. If you know who Spinal Tap is, they're a mock metal band. Look at you should watch it's a 1970s movie that's meant to be, for those of you who don't know, those of you that do know are like, yeah, of course I know who Spinal Tap is. And it wouldn't surprise me that the people, well, other than the fact that I have the majority of my subscribers are from Japan because of the concert videos of Bandmate and Baby Metal were my first postings, and those people haven't left. So, I thank you, my Japanese subscribers and watchers, for not leaving me because I haven't posted any more, you know, Asian hard rock / metal band concert videos. But you know, they don't come by where I live very often. I had to drive 10 hours to go see Bandmates, so cut me some slack. And thank you guys for still being here. Hopefully you watch my shit. I don't know if you can get subtitles. I don't know if that's something that I have to do within my settings or something, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just know that the majority of my audience are between the ages of 40 and 60 and are from Japan. So what was I talking about? No! Fuck you! I got distracted because I was racing really hard. And that's also where I've been. I forgot to mention, I've been saying that at the beginning of all my videos. Because this is the way my brain works. I've been working on the season 2 of CTW. There's a lot of shit going on. Making all the characters. I'm making twice as many this time around. I'm trying to make it as unique and, you know, I'm doing as much as I can myself. All my faces, you know, I've tweaked the ones that had off skin tones. you know, I've run those through an editor and increased the hues and saturation as needed and whatnotery. So everything is going to look
That's how
better.
it's done.
It seems to be a better game. There's more that you can do with the AI of each individual character, which I think is gonna make it look more realistic. Because right now, if you're watching, right now the WTF, in my opinion, is a better show to watch than the CTW, because the WTF was made on 2K19. And there was more things that you could do to make each character unique, move sets and things that they would and wouldn't do and shit like that, as opposed to fucking CTW currently, where everybody pretty much does the same shit. Everybody does top rope moves, even like Andre the Giant, top enormous people that shouldn't be doing that ever. And it's just completely stupid that they would. It's like, but it is what it is. That's just the way they designed the game. It looks great, but that's that one little part that bothered me about that game, was that you couldn't do that. And I don't like 7 foot tall, 300 to 400 fucking pound dudes climbing the top rope and jumping. They don't do that.
6th Street's back, man. If you join us, it'll be just like old times.
Everyone's running together again?
Hell yeah. Tianita.
And it's just taking a lot of time, especially when I'm writing music, and then I've gotten also distracted by the pull, the ability to sate that musician and that singer in me with this metal band that I have created. Has also been kind of intoxicating. I'm not gonna lie. I think I got time to do one more race, maybe. Let's check this out again. And so there's a lot to it. And right now I'm at 196 hours. That's one of the things about the PlayStation 5s that tells you how long that you play all these games, which is a pretty cool little feature. And right now I'm already up to 195 hours, and I'm only halfway done building the characters for the female show. So there you go. Now you can shave off, 10 to 15 hours, maybe a little more, maybe 20. From me occasionally dozing off, which happens when you're because it's tedious, and there's you've got to highly focus sometimes when you're trying to work the outfits and shit to make it look right. And sometimes I nod off, and then also there's a lot of times when I'll be building something and I'll say, wait, I need to tweak that, and I'll have to take a picture, a screenshot whatever the piece article of clothing is, screenshot that, download it to a flash drive, put that over to my laptop, and then go through my paint program that I have. Paint.net is what I use for most everything, to tweak it in that, and then put it back on the flash drive. Oh, no. Then upload it to the WWE 2K fucking image uploader page. And then from there, download it from that to my PlayStation 5 game. So, and so sometimes it'll just be sitting there waiting for me to get done with this thing. And then I'll be like, okay, now let's see if that works. It's a process. But it's the reason why I have played those games for over 20 years. And why, and literally some of these characters that I have created have been with me that entire time. Like, if on the men's division of CTW, Paladin and King were the first two fucking people that I made. The first two people that I ever made over 20 years ago in a wrestling video game are still in the Federation. Still there. Winter's Lane was the lead singer of the band, was the first female character that I ever made when I think it was the third SmackDown, maybe the fourth SmackDown, allowed you to start making females, who at the time were just valets, so you couldn't do much with them in the game. So there's a lot of history there with those characters. And there ain't shit here to buy. The store has been not helpful in this particular game today, I have to say. So, there we go. We're going to call this an episode, I guess, because the clock on the PS5 says we're at 55:39. And you know how I like to stick to those, or close to an hour episode. Sometimes I go over, sometimes I'm a little short, but I try to stick it about roughly an hour. I mentioned all my wrestling stuff already. Well, I should say this first. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you so much. If you made it this far into the video, then you get the special treat of hearing me say thank you, which the people who only make it 30 seconds or so into the video do not get. So you are special and privileged for that fact. Ain't that gonna put a smile on your face for the rest of the day? I truly appreciate you. I truly do. You are so helpful for the channel. Every view, every minute watched gets me a little closer to doing this as a job. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be famous. I just don't want to do the job that I've done for 25 years anymore. I want to do this. This is what I would like to do. To be creative, to be interactive, to get to experience these games with you. You know, take you on an adventure. That's all I want to do. Just be a little entertaining. Be your trained monkey for a little while. Distract you from the bullshit of your daily life. Because we all need distractions. And hey, if I was able to entertain you, maybe you can see your way clear to throw me a like, a comment, a share, or a subscribe. Any one of those things is immensely helpful for the channel. It helps it grow. Helps me get into that algorithm that'll put me out there in front of people who might be interested in what I'm doing. Every little bit helps, and the more you help me, the more I help you, because the more I can focus on making my content better and getting more out there. Right now, if I didn't have my day job, I could put out more playthroughs, and still be focusing a lot of my time onto the wrestling game and building those universes. But it is what it is. We'll get there. And as I said, I have mentioned all my wrestling videos, or my federations already. So, check those out. They're there. The CTW, which is the one that consists of my original characters. Monday is the men's division. Wednesday is the women's division. WTF consists of some of my favorite female celebrities of various genres. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they both will have at least one pay-per-view a month towards the end of the month. And then I have several other games, playthroughs. Some of them are finished. If you want to see somebody absolutely fucking scream bloody murder for about 14 hours straight, go watch my playthrough of The Last Guardian. You will hear rage like you have never heard before. That is the worst game ever created. Bottom line. And I'll fight anybody who says differently, because you are wrong if you think that's a good game. And that just leaves me to say thank you once again. And until next time, later.